Welcome to Silly City, traveler.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
I just thought we would make a good intro for this video. What?
Who do you think you are? A production company? You're a YouTuber. You think we make good videos on this channel?
I guess that's fair.
Now get to work, editor boy.
Alright, let's get back on track. This is Untitled Parkour Game, another Roblox parkour game in a long line of parkour games you've most likely heard of, so you're probably sick of hearing more about these things. But this game ain't like the ones in your discovery like Chopped Chin Hobby. Just really freaking fortunate if that's in your directory. I think the biggest thing about this game is just how freaking goofy and unserious this game can be. Like laying down, becoming the thinker, freaking Tenna Deltarune. The billboards are just flat out memes too. Why is John Squid Game here? Oh, don't even get me started on this guy, literally in Spawn! But its silliness and absolute random bullcrap isn't the only thing that sets this game apart from its cousins. I have never in my life seen an easier to play nor more intuitive Roblox parkour game ever. You want a wall kick? Press the charge button while facing away from the wall mid-air and jump again when you're right in front of the wall when you're touching the wall. Want to get on a zip line? Make sure you're mid-air and press the interact button. Unfortunately, some of these things aren't exactly explained all too well in-game. Good thing we have the internet.
What in the Gloogadoodles is that?
The start of the game is going to feel pretty freaking slow, unfortunately. Your movement feels really sluggish and stiff, your top running speed is basically set to 1 mile an hour, and you have nothing. In previous versions, these things were really easily avoidable, but I'll get to that later. Fortunately, they circumvent the previous issues with the good old tech tree. You can get things like speed buffs, please get these first. Wall running buffs that let you go further, wall climbing buffs that let you wrap around corners and let you wall hop, ledge climbing buffs that just make ledge climbing faster. I don't know why you'd need it, but it's there. You can get charge bar buffs, in which you can do multiple long jumps in a row. Wall bounce, lower the minimum amount of times you need to do long jumps to start chaining them together. You can even unlock advanced tech like downshifting, which gives you a fastball by pressing your slide button twice. You can do a rebounce, which looks really funky when you do it the first time. You can even get a wall running boost from wall kicks. You never realize how important these actually are until you try using them everywhere. Okay, a couple of other things to note while playing this mess of a video game. Besides looking at what you're doing, just make sure to look out for these. These are helpful little checkpoints that are scattered around the city. Trust me, you'll want these on your first playthrough. Is that Maxwell? Another thing, not every entrance is the obvious nor intended entrance. Take these windows to a smaller area, for example. They look very breakable, right? So you'd think you'd just jump through those as the intended entrance. Nope! It's this incredibly well highlighted door below it. How was I supposed to know that? Usually the insides of areas aren't really that special, but most hide at least a few little areas for parkour. Oh, I guess these windows just aren't breakable. How odd. There are also two core mechanics you will want to abuse the heck out of. Those being dropkick and slide. I promise you these are necessary for doing literally anything in the video game. As the video game goes on, you earn things called credits. There are also time shards and apex tokens, but those are more one-offs than anything. Credits are earned through leveling up, which isn't really too hard, just run around and do whatever you want. Time shards are retrieved through time trials, which are pretty freaking difficult if you don't have max stats, so I suggest you don't touch these until you truly know what you're doing. Now that you know the basics, here comes the fun part. Gears. Gears are absolute game changers. We're talking mobility buffs out the wazoo, places you couldn't get to before, tricks you would only see in an anime. I mean, you can have near endless possibilities with gears. You have the grapplers, where you can choose between the two halves of the Spider-Man movement with the pull and swing. One downfall with the swing grappler though, you don't have momentum control, so it'll take a bit more to master than the pull grappler. You have the blaster gears, where you can send yourself in the direction you're looking. You want a fast fall? No problem, just look down. You have the Uncle Bob specialty items with the rocket boots, giving you crazy vertical movement movement and Uncle Bob's Cola sending you on a sugar high. Then you have the back gears with the paraglider and the wingsuit, which either can save you from really great heights or help you traverse greater distances. Then there's the cosmetics. For some reason, we have a microwave. I still don't know why we have a microwave cosmetic. Now, unfortunately, I can't show you everything because I'm broke, but I can show you a few things, like a height gaining tech that involves just regular jumping, pull grappler, and the blaster glove. Alone, they don't really give you all that much height. But when you know what you're doing, combine that with the rocket boots and no building is unscalable. If you have a semi-functional brain, that is. Oh, then there's these suckers. These are time trials. As mentioned earlier, these things can be really freaking difficult. Typically, you can't really do anything unless you have the max stats or know most of the movement tech for this game. So it's no surprise to me when I see more people doing free run than doing time trials, especially when most of the player base likes to sit and spawn and spam emotes. Plus, I don't expect somebody that looks like this to be able to do this. And I don't really blame them for just sitting in spawn and doing that. Look at the freaking requirements for some of these. How the frick am I supposed to get over there? And one of the big things that makes people not want to do time trials is the fact that they are gearless. Again, it's not really surprising that barely anybody wants to do them unless they're hardcore parkour game players, which you can really only find in the Discord. So I feel a good way to circumvent this problem would be to make time trials with specific gears, or time trials that allow you to use gears in certain circumstances. Like you could have Shop Sprint be able to allow you to use, like, I don't know, freaking blaster glove. Just a way to widen the gap between the skill floor and the skill ceiling, because at that point you might as well be an ant because of just purely how tall the skill floor is. However, when you do actually start to learn some of the stuff that you need for these time trials, boy do we get somewhere with it. It really sucks that there's no map or waypoint system, because you really have to go out of your way for some of these. Overall, this game's really good, along with games like Fighting, Fish, and freaking Mall Drifters. It's one of those games I come back to whenever I come back to Roblox every blue moon. Anyways, subscribe. Do not, I repeat, do not follow my Twitch. I don't stream on Twitch no more. Twitch bad. Overclocked 2.0.